हेलो विद्यार्थी मित्रों, नमस्ते। मारी यूट्यूब चेनल में आप सौનું हार्दिक स्वागत है। तो जेमने पण टेट हियरिंगनो संपूर्ण विडियो जोवो होय तो एमना माटे हूँ यूट्यूब में मूकूँ छूँ तमारा माटे संपूर्ण विडियो है। जेमने पण जोवो होय कया कया क्वेश्चन है, जज साहेब अने वकील वच्चे शुं वात थई छे, कया वकीलनी शुं चर्चाओ छे तथा जज साहेबे कया वकीलने खखड़ाव्या छे अने जज साहेबनो कॉमेडी मूड पण अंदर आवी गयो छे। अने लास्टमां जे जज साहेबे टाइम पूरो थयो अने जे वकीलोने खखड़ाव्या छे ते संपूर्ण शरूआतथी एंड सुधीनो विडियो हूँ अपलोड करूँ छूँ। जेमने पण जोवो होय ते जोई शको छो।
Daily Board Cell number 4, Ms. Vidhi Bhatt, Government Pit.
Chalo.
20 अथवा अमुक अमेरिकन एक्सप्रेस है, बट द रीजन इज दैट दिस आर ऑल
25th અત્યારે રાખો ચાલો
नहीं तो 24th ના ગ્રુપ આવે છે આખો અમેરિકન નું
24th રા
પ્લીઝ હું ચિઠ્ઠી આપી દઉં છું.
ચાલો.
Hello, if I can take 2 minutes before my friends assist your lordships. I just wanted to request your lordships to take note of some figures. Sorry.
Which figures?
Well, once the board is done.
Daily Board Cell number 4, Ms. Vidhi Bhatt, Government Pit.
SCA 3723, which is at page 385, is where the serial number 385.
385 આપજો.
SCA 3723.
Almost all the petitioner.
Yes, there is one matter which is
Yes. For my matter, the issues are the advertisement is the same. Our issue is little different. We have passed TET examination.
it is a completely different issue.
Well,
But
I have a suggestion which may consider so as to responsibly use the time of the honorable. My lords, therefore, some figures. My lords, there are these exams. This exam was for 11,000 posts. Any matter?
You reading from which page?
this
No, sir,
advertisement
I
is
am
for
giving the facts which are undisputed by all parties.
Not on record.
No, they are all.
They are
Sir,
advertised.
પરીક્ષામાં 11,000 પોસ્ટની
no, advertisement ma 11,000.
advertisementમાં 11,000
So
posts.
go slow. I'm noting down.
Therefore,
Yes.
my lords,
Come again.
my lords, for primary teachers, standard 1 to 5,
Yes.
there are in the advertisements before your lordship 11,000 vacancies.
Common advertisement.
One advertisement, 11,000 vacancies.
11,000 post.
11,000 vacancies for this advertisement. Now, my lords, the next two statistics are equally important. As of today, our state has a total vacancy of 17,000 posts of Vidya Sahayaks. 17,000 posts.
Yes.
And I have instructions to make a statement that in calendar year 2027, that is next year, state government will be coming out with one more advertisement of 5,000 posts
Next year.
next year.
Yes.
My lords, as on date, the total applicants for Vidya Sahayak posts are 10,159.
10,000.
159.
Hmm.
So the total applications received are less than the total posts advertised.
All right.
Now, a submission in the form of suggestion subject to Honorable Court's direction, and I take it upon myself. The senior officer of the examination board is present in the. My lords, so that we can solve this deadlock, I have prepared this chart for your lordships. My lords, in all the petitions before my lords, contested by all my learned friends, there are
Including that of Mr. Bush.
Please, my lords, all petitioners, including successful candidates. Mr. Buch, as I understand, represent the successful.
All right.
774 posts are 774 petitioners, individual petitioners are there. So, my lords, today we are facing a scenario where 774 who say that for one or the other reason the state has committed some error in law versus more than around 10,000 people who have qualified and are waiting for appointments. The next step is only appointment. There is nothing else. My respectful submission in the form of suggestion to lordships is, what I did was 774 was divided into the various individual categories. So lordships chart may be seen. General EWS, SC, ST and SEBC.
This covers all the respective petitioners.
But I make a further omnibus submission on instructions. If the Honorable Court is with me to resolve the present logjam, I make a statement that keeping vacancies for the petitioners in the categories that the respective petitioners fall in, with that undertaking, please allow us to fill up the remaining posts of the advertisement so that the around 10,000 other candidates who have succeeded get a job. But more importantly,
so you are ready to keep vacant this 775 posts?
please. And
that is fair enough.
I have one more submission. My lords, the reason that the state is willing to make this considered concession is the academic year will start and the children don't have enough teachers if we do not fill up these posts. This affects children at the bottom line.
What do you want to say?
Lord, so far as
But so far as my clients, it's a very fair suggestion. Provided the matters are such which takes little time for your lordships to consider and the issues to be resolved, then this suggestion is perfectly justified. But if the matters are such which can be resolved in no time, for example, today, in 3 minutes, my case will be in 3 minutes.
Mr. There is no issue if all agreed. We
Yes.
can by this arrangement, we are not going to put all the bundles in a
Correct.
corner.
I understand. I
So-
quite see.
Ultimately, if this suggestion,
Yes.
I feel prima facie,
Is
you are
a
the
very
most
good
technical,
suggestion.
and
Yes,
you
it
are
is
the
not there.
most technical too.
Yes.
If you feel this is a fair one, then for the time being, grab it. I'm keeping these matters, all matters, maybe in the next week only or thereafter, and we'll try to put it in. And this will only.
otherwise, Lord, our endeavor would be. But so far as the suggestion of my learned senior friend is concerned, undoubtedly, Lord, it is a fair suggestion. The only difficulty is, but so far as the stand of the state government, that the academic year is to start and there are non-availability of teachers is concerned. Lord, I have material along with me that Lord Gnan Sahayak are already appointed on this post. They are already working, maybe on contractual basis. Lord.
Then Mr. Maybe that statement is discarded.
Please, Lord.
But ultimately, your interest is fully protected. You just
That is true, Lord. That is
your all interests are fully protected.
only to the ખાલી એટલો ફરક રહેશે સાહેબ કે અમને અમારી ચોઇસની જગ્યાઓ નહીં મળે સાહેબ if we are not included આટલું થાય છે.
Just as your lordships take up matters at 2:30, if the issues are such, say covered matters, etc.
Just let me put
Yes.
one further question to you.
Yes.
Supposingly, today green signal is given to you
My lords.
by this arrangement. Within what time you see that the appointments will be issued,
Correct.
so that I can take up the matters.
Yes,
interact
that's
them.
right. Perfectly fine.
My lord, our target is that if we receive a green signal today, the final list will come out as early as Sunday or Monday, and the appointment orders may follow no sooner. But to allay the apprehensions of my friend, I make one more submission before your lordships. Let there be one sentence in the order that all these appointments also are subject to the permutations and combinations that are arrived at.
No,
at the
that is difficult for those others.
So they will have to be joined as
My-
parties,
my lord,
etc.
the-
will be.
The concern today is my friend.
My lord, in the petition, we are relying upon an order passed by this honorable court, wherein in similar examination, the honorable court referred the disputed questions to a committee. 15 days time was given to the committee to revise and review the questions which have been raised in the petition.
Here there is no constitution of committee.
My lords, they are saying that some committee was appointed by them, but they have not disclosed how many members were there who were appointed. And my lords, on last occasion, I have given a table. If first 4 questions of those tables are seen, then apparently typographical errors are there. So, my lords, our contention is that there are high chances that this is going to be revised. Now, there are decisions of the Honorable Supreme Court on the line that if the answer key is revised and then the result is revised, recasting of the merit is required to be done. Even after 7 to 8 years, it is done. My lords, my request is that this would create heartburning for everyone who's even appointed. Because tomorrow, if I am short by 1 mark and my merit is revised by 3 or 4 marks, my lords, I would lose my chance of allotment. But for example, it is even given by this honorable court, then entire merit list will have to be reshuffled. So, my lords, the suggestion which is made by the learned GP that category-wise allotment is done, in service law jurisprudence, it cannot be done. Because if a reserved category candidate gets a higher mark and he's in open category, then his seat cannot be reserved as per his category in the concerned category. He will be an open merit category candidate. So, my lords, the suggestion which has come, it is a benevolent suggestion, but it will not work as far as this matter is concerned. My lords, for a minute, may permit me to show the order. I will show the relevant portion. A committee may be constituted. 15 days time was given in that matter as well. Here also that time may be given. Meanwhile, if they want, they can prepare a merit list, my lords. And my lords, as per the order which is passed,
It appears that merit is already prepared.
Therefore,
It is
direct
not
answer
prepared.
to my friend's concern.
So they
Direct
have-
answer.
So they just
Look,
1 minute, just 1 minute. So they have published the result and we were not qualified, and thereafter they issued the advertisement for appointment of primary teachers or Vidya Sahayaks. We were allowed to apply. Now the past candidates, as my learned friend said, is 159. Total vacancy is 11,000 and the total number of petitioners are 714. So, my lords, as per the order that is passed by this honorable court, the interim order, we are not seeking any appointment, but our name may be shown in the merit list and nothing further may follow. At least that exercise can be undertaken. Right now is not the stage for issuing appointment order. At least if my name is there in the list, then in future, if something happens or there's some order which is passed in my favor, I will get the benefit of it. If there is no order, my name would be removed from it. So, my lords, that order they have not challenged. They have accepted that order. So now, my lords, my request.
So your suggestion, as I understand, is that at least your names are to be figured
Yes.
in the merit.
Yes.
Maybe in your name, against your name, it has to be
History.
bracketed.
Bracketed, yes.
That
yes.
it is a provisional one.
Yes, and meanwhile, a committee may be constituted. So on the next occasion, my lords, whenever the matter is taken up, we don't have to bother this honorable court.
What is the practical?
I may just answer. I may just answer Mr. Vyas, let me answer this, but directly. A 5-member committee containing 5 independent PhD scholars was constituted in this case. That committee evaluated and found the stand taken by the original evaluators in order. It is already on affidavit. That apart, I had shown on the last date the decision of Ranvijay. Ranvijay in one sentence concludes, it says a lot in favor of the state. But it says even when there is a divergence of opinions and there are 2 correct opinions on whether answer A is correct or B, it is the state's version that should follow. Therefore, this will become an academic exercise where all of us will show competing judgments to your lordship. A committee was constituted. In this case today, to have them bracketed in the list will cause more problem.
Like,
My lord, how do I know how many grace marks to give? They are challenging 18 questions. This is what had weighed with your lordships also on the last occasion. Gursharan Virk is one petitioner. He may ultimately have only scored 4 out of the 18 that he has asked omnibus in the petition. Mr. Vyas may score 18. Shall I give them a place in the merit list with brackets, treating all of them to have scored 18? Then the people who have actually qualified today will be down the order. People who have actually qualified today, and the Supreme Court says they are the good candidates and the state is right, they will be down the merit order. 750 લોકો બીજા બારે જતા રહેશે. Therefore, I am submitting that I thought of this as a good suggestion to give to your lordship, what Miss Bhatt suggested. But it weighed with me that that would mean me, the state, doing injustice to the qualified 750 candidates.
No, my lord.
Therefore, I am suggesting this.
My lord.
And according to me, this will cause no
but
heartburn.
if she is right to the extent in this proposal, if how would you treat that if supposingly some SC candidate is to be considered in the general category?
Well, ultimately, that question may, assuming that they succeed in this petition 1 week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks from today, even if it arises, therefore I gave those initial statistics. We have a master vacancy of 17,000, of which we will still have around 7,000 vacant. Tomorrow, if we are faced with a situation where the state loses
So
this match,
this validity of TET exams are for how many years?
well, it's 5
So
years.
that is the grievance in my petition. That the validity is 5 years. Now we have passed. So except Gujarat, anyway, everywhere else in the country, I have given 5-7 illustrations of the states as well as NCT says that there cannot be any validity for a particular period.
My friend
Once
is-
you pass it, it has to be considered to
My
be
learned
passed.
senior friend is challenging the GR, if I am not
Yes,
mistaken.
yes.
So his petition must be disjuncted from Mr. Vyas and Miss Bhatt's petition, is my submission.
But this 775 includes him also?
Yes, sir. Because I wanted to not have any grievance by anybody.
Yes, Mr. Vyas, we can go by this.
And my lord, I assure your
My-
lordships that we are before your lordships. Please have this after 2 weeks or whenever the.
No, not 2 weeks.
No, no.
We can
Whenever.
keep next week
So
only.
next week,
Just,
we will face the music.
so my lord, yes, just, sorry.
Wait. Sir, please have a look at the advertisement for a minute. Wait, wherever just the grievance. My lords may just have a look at the advertisement. If it appeals to your lordships, Lord, I'll wait for 1 week or whenever your lordships
Page?
keeps. Advertisement, Lord, the page number would change, but एक minute. The third page of the advertisement.
Advertisement.
Third page of the advertisement. Second
શું
page,
બદલાઈ ગયું?
શૈક્ષણિક લાયકાત.
સાહેબ સાઈડમાં એડવર્ટાઇઝમેન્ટ લખેલી હશે, માફ કરજો સાહેબ.
એમનું પછી બીજું કઈ ખોલી નાખું.
બીજું કઈ મારા કમ્પ્યુટરમાં હોય ના શકે.
Ah, self
હોય શકે
certification સાહેબ.
એ હોઈ શકે પણ અહીંયા ના હોય.
બુચ સાહેબના પણ આઈપેડમાં હોય છે.
હા હોય છે.
એ તો
I don't feel shy about.
લે ભાઈ શોધી આપ, મન નથી ફાવતું.
એની તારો પેજ નંબર કોઈ બી સર ઇનેક્શન એ જ હશે એડવર્ટાઇઝમેન્ટ તમારામાં ઇનેક્શન એ નંબર આ છે. ચાલશે.
હા,
Sir, please see the second page of the advertisement. શૈક્ષણિક લાયકાત. નિમ્ન ધોરણ 1 થી 5 વિદ્યાસહાયક એમાં 1, 2 અથવા so and so. Now please come to 3. આ વર્ગ માટે we have all these qualifications. આ વર્ગ માટે
ના, ક્યાં વાંચે છે?
આ સાહેબ એડવર્ટાઇઝમેન્ટમાં
શૈક્ષણિક લાયકાત તો
શૈક્ષણિક લાયકાતમાં શિક્ષણ વિભાગનો ઠરાવ ક્રમાંક 100 એમાં નિમ્ન પ્રાથમિક ધોરણ 1 થી 5 વિદ્યાસહાયક જાહેરાત ક્રમાંક 1 of 2026 એમાં નીચે આ છે
કસોટીનું માળખું છે. શૈક્ષણિક લાયક પછી ઓછામાં ઓછી
કસોટીનું માળખું, પરીક્ષાની ફી.
ના વય મર્યાદામાં છૂટછાટ ઈ પહેલાનું છે સાહેબ. આ નિમ્ન એક શૈક્ષણિક લાયકાત આવું છે એની પછી નીચે કેન આઈ જસ્ટ ગીવ ઇટ માય લોટ્સ મે હેલ્પ
everything to be taken on
ભલે
record.
ખુલી જશે
Everything to be taken on record. આ જમા કરી લો બધું.
લોટ
ચલો
આમાં સાહેબ નીચે શૈક્ષણિક લાયકાત શિક્ષણ વિભાગનો ઠરાવ.
આ જુદી છે તો પછી.
Well, this is what is under challenge in Miss Bhatt and Mr. Vyas's matters.
પણ જાહેરાત તો એક જ હોય.
એક જ હોવી જોઈએ. So why is it different in your petition? How would I know?
My lord, we have not challenged the advertisement. It is only the final answer key.
સાહેબ
That is
પરહેપ્સ એવું હશે કે ઉપર એક જ પેજની મેઇન જાહેરાત છે, એક મૂકી હશે. આઈ હેવ પ્રોડ્યુસ ડિટેલ્ડ એડવર્ટાઇઝમેન્ટ. એ છે સાહેબ ફર્સ્ટ પેજ ઇઝ જાહેરાત, જિલ્લા શિક્ષણ સમિતિ વિદ્યા સહાયકની એક પેજની જાહેરાત છે, પછી ડિટેલ્ડ એડવર્ટાઇઝમેન્ટ.
નથી બતાવી રહ્યા એડવર્ટાઇઝમેન્ટ ગુડ સાહેબ એટલે જ કહું.
તો શું હું આ શું
ના,
બતાવી
એક
રહ્યો છું?
સેકન્ડ, ટેટની જુદી એક્ઝામ છે, એડવર્ટાઇઝમેન્ટ અને રિક્રુટમેન્ટની જુદી છે.
Therefore, I am
એટલે તમે
respectfully
આ
requesting. This is
ના સાહેબ મારે આઈ જસ્ટ ના બેસ્ટ સોલ્યુશન છે. વોટ આઈ વોન્ટ ટુ શો જસ્ટ વન માય લોર્ડ્સ મે જસ્ટ સી આ સાહેબ રિક્રુટમેન્ટની જાહેરાતો બતાડી રહ્યો છું.
હા બોલો બોલો.
હા એમાં શિક્ષણ સહાય શૈક્ષણિક લાયકાત શિક્ષણ વિભાગનો ઠરાવ 100 નિમ્ન ધોરણ 1 થી 5 ના વિદ્યા સહાયક, દેન ઓવર ધ પેજ એમાં સાહેબ દરેક લાયકાત મારી પાસે છે બધી. ઓછામાં ઓછી HSC સચ એન્ડ સચ, 2 વર્ષનો ડિપ્લોમા, 4 વર્ષની એલિમેન્ટરી. દેન પ્લીઝ કમ ટુ પેરા 3. આ વર્ગ માટે નિયત થયેલ નિમ્ન પ્રાથમિક શિક્ષક યોગ્યતા પરીક્ષા ટીચર એલિજિબિલિટી ટેસ્ટ TET ટેટ 1 અરજી કરવાની છેલ્લી તારીખે પાસ કરેલી હોવી જોઈએ. વી હેવ ધેટ ઓલ્સો ઇઝ પાસ. નિમ્ન પ્રાથમિક યોગ્યતા પરીક્ષામાં નિયત થયેલ લઘુત્તમ ગુણ મેળવવાના રહેશે, બરાબર. તથા જે માધ્યમની શાળામાં શિક્ષક થવા ઈચ્છતા હશો તે માધ્યમ માટે શિક્ષણ વિભાગના 26/4/12 ના ઠરાવથી નિયત થયેલ શિક્ષક યોગ્યતા કસોટી પાસ કરેલી હોવી જોઈએ. ડન. નાઉ ધીસ ઇઝ ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ. તેમજ પ્રાથમિક વિભાગના 10/9/25 ના સુધારા ઠરાવથી નિયત થયેલ અવધિવાળું શિક્ષક યોગ્યતા કસોટીનું પ્રમાણપત્ર જ માન્ય રહેશે. વિચ સેઝ કે તમારે આજે તમે જાહેર આપતા હો તો એના 5 વર્ષ પહેલા સુધી. That is where I am joining an issue that no other state in the country has this qualification. The NCTE also says that looking to the requirements of teachers and availability of candidates as against the requirement, this may not be, you may not require for a particular period is what my case is. Otherwise, I am fully eligible.
એ બાબુલનું છે. Yes.
So this is how the matter stands.
So far as our case is concerned, Lord, but I have produced on record material to demonstrate that Lord, in the examination which was conducted by the respondent authority itself, but there was a challenge. Ek bad nickname.
હા વાંધો નહીં.
Lord, this honorable Lord, during the pendency of the petition, they constituted their own committee. The committee gave a report that all the questions are within the syllabus. But the honorable court did not find favor with that report, and Lord, a separate committee was ordered to be constituted. It gave a completely Lord, contrary report that most of the questions are out of syllabus. Under these circumstances, Lord, the board was required to cancel the entire recruitment. But even in the case of GPSC, when there was challenge to 23 questions, Lord, a committee was constituted during the pendency of this petition, and Lord, the committee found that everything is placed on record. That out of the 23 questions, Lord, 18 questions were required to be, Lord, 9 were required to be cancelled, 9 were required to be, Lord, the answers were required to be corrected. Therefore, it is not the case that whenever there is the final answer keys are prepared by the respondent authority or the committee constituted by the respondent committee, it is always right. But I have to demonstrate before this honorable court, Lord, that the answers which are given as final answers are demonstrably wrong. If I am in a position to Lord, satisfy the honorable
That is what I am saying, that it will be given all full chance for that
Therefore,
in the next week only.
what we suggest, Lord, my learned friend rightly suggested that instead of not doing the exercise by this honorable court, if an independent committee is constituted.
But that all we will think when it is, we will decide the issue at a full-fledged hearing. After the hearing, if I see a substance, we can do whatever order we can pass. But ultimately today, since
Lord, we-
prima facie it appears that this is
Sir, I understand, Lord.
this is not.
વકીલાતમાં તો મેટર પતી જશે.
No, it's તમારા લોકો માટે.
So, my lords, we don't want to stop the recruitment process by any means.
That is
That
what,
is not
that is
our
what,
intention.
that is the endeavor of it.
Additional instruction which will solve these concerns in real. And we have 6 or 7,000 more vacancies, 5,000 of which the next year's recruitment calendar has come. In the extreme let me be positive. In the extremely unlikely scenario that these petitions succeed, I strongly believe they can't in view of these judgments. There is sufficient vacancy available to factor every consideration.
But
because
my lord-
the matter will be decided within a
But
month.
if we are failed candidates, then that recruitment
they
also we
fail,
cannot.
fail. If
No,
they
but then we
succeed-
cannot participate, my lord. So this
they
argument
succeed,
is
there
not
is
good as
sufficient
far as the
vacancy.
petitioners are concerned.
So there is no concern according to me. Realistically, if there will be no concern.
All right, but so that is why let us for the timing secure your seats here.
So my lord,
We will fix up these matters in the next week.
just one suggestion, my lords. My learned friend apprehended that I am saying that 18 marks are to be added in the total marks that we have got. My lords, that is not my suggestion. I am not saying you add anything. Now, my lords, on last occasion I had given this table. This the first table, if it is seen, lettered document dated 18/5/2012. In which, my lords, bifurcation of marks is given: 20% for HSC, 25% for PTC, 50% for TETs. So whatever or how many marks I have received currently, even as a failed candidate, those marks may be considered and added. My marks may not be revised thinking that I will pass in all the 18 questions that I've raised. At least that can be considered and my name may be featured in the merit list, and it may be put it in a bracket. I may not be, yes,
If we succeed.
then only.
How can a failed candidate be figured in?
No, but my lords, there is an order.
ultimately, you instead of pressing your name to be figured in the merit list for the timing, if your seats are secured and the matter is decided finally.
My lords, the problem is this order. My lords, may kindly see the order of the Honorable Supreme Court. I'll just show the direction part. हाँ, एक second ना आपको. Facts are in para number 3. And operative part is para 22.
So you are in substance, it appears that you are not agreeable with this.
Yes.
All right, sit down. We'll take up the matter. Argue. Let us decide the matter finally. Who will argue?
My
I
lord.
can finish my matter in 5 minutes.
I don't mind whatever is start matter.
चालू करो पहले भाई.
How many candidates do you have?
There are 2 petitions.
So then you don't take a,
5978.
then you don't take a lead. Let them
હા
argue.
એટલે જ એટલે આ લોકોની વધારે છે
હા,
એટલે મારે
let them argue. Let them
That's
argue.
right.
Let them argue.
Lord. Please.
What is your petition number?
Yes, no, the petition number is 694 of 2026.
3294 आपको.
What is the number?
3294.
195, 196.
3294,
Lord, may kindly take up 3269 of 2026.
3269 આપો.
બે સાથે સાથે
સાથે જ.
આગળ પાછળ
32 3296.
જી સર
69.
3269 of 2026.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Please. Now, the notification which was issued by the respondent board, that is the state examination board, is on page 45,
Page 45.
which is dated 14/10/2025.
What is that?
Now, this is the notification whereby Lord, the applications were invited.
Advertisement. What is
Yes.
it? Page 45.
G sir. From the candidates for appearing in the teacher eligibility test.
TET.
G sir. This test is one of the criteria for being considered for appointment to the post of a primary teacher. That is Vidya Sayak, my lord, in standard
1
to 5, GTET 1 sir.
Yes.
Lord, Lord, the scheme is provided, Lord, શૈક્ષણિક લાયકાતની વિગતો. Then the next page, Lord, કસોટીનું માળખું. Page 45, page 46. Lord, a multiple choice question is required to be answered by the candidate. Lord, it consists of Lord, 150 questions which are required to be answered by the candidates. And Lord, the passing standard for a general category candidate would be 90 marks, Lord. You're also to find on page 55. And for a reserved category candidate, it is 82 marks, Lord. For 90 marks would be 60% of the
Yes.
general category માટે 60% અને reserved category માટે 55%. Note, the petitioners before the honorable court appeared in this examination, and note, after they had appeared in the examination, note, provisional answer key came to be prepared. Note, one thing may kindly be kept in mind. Note, my learned senior friend stated that note, there are 11,000 vacancies pursuant to this examination, which is conducted pursuant to this notification. So there is an advertisement. By that advertisement, the posts are required to be filled in. Therefore, those candidates who have passed this are required to fill up the forms. Not pursuant to the interim order passed by this honorable court, we have submitted our application form to the authorities. 11,000 vacancies are available. Not total forms which are filled up are 10,159. Therefore, even otherwise, not 8,841 posts would be remaining vacant. Lord, if we are in a position to demonstrate before this honorable court that the final answer key which was published by the respondent board was not correct in connection with at least a few of them, then also Lord, number of candidates will be in a position to not cross the minimum qualifying standard. That is 55%.
So they can get more teachers.
Yes, they can get more teachers. And the candidates will also be in a position to not participate in the recruitment process. And since the number of vacancies which are available are more than the number of forms which are filled in, not not our grievance would also be redressed, and at the same time, number of required teachers would also be available. But this would ultimately depend upon we satisfying the honorable court prima facie that the final answer key which was published by the
not
board.
prima, now the full fledged.
હા એટલે પણ સાહેબ મારે બતાવવું તો પડશે કે આ આન્સર ખોટો હતો એમનો. જો હું બતાવી શકું, then I will succeed. If I am not in a position to demonstrate before this honorable court, then my lord, the petition will fail. My lord, after the final answer key was published, my lord,
The provisional answer key published when?
G. But the provisional answer key
24/12.
24/12/2025, it is on page 9090.
24/12,
2025.
page 90.
G sir.
All right. So against which you must have taken objections.
Against this, the objections were taken by the candidates. Thereafter, the final answer keys came to be published.
So you raised objection for these 18 questions. How many
what-
questions are disputed? 18, I think.
About 18 to 20 questions, Lord.
18 to 20.
Yes, sir.
So for these 18, 20 questions, you have raised the objection.
The objections were raised before the authorities.
Then
Now, my Lord, the authority published the final answer key. Lord, that was published on 17/1/2026.
17.
1/2026.
All right.
And the result notification was published on 30th January 2026.
30th.
Yes, sir.
Result published.
जी notification issue करू साहेब हमने.
Yes.
Lord, the candidates immediately upon publication of Lord, the final answer keys are represented before the authorities. That even the final answer key which are published are incorrect, and therefore those are required to be corrected. When the representations, my instructions are to the effect that even the representations were made to the Minister of the Education as well. And Lord, the candidates were assured that the needful will be done. And Lord, this was done immediately after the final answer keys were published and before the result notification was issued. And they were assured that the needful will be done and only thereafter the final result notification would be published. That was not being done. That was not done by the respondent authority, and therefore, Lord, the petition.
Should you not have to come this court immediately after the final
Yes,
answer key was published?
they came immediately, my Lord. But,
When have you approached this court?
yes, Lord, the petition came to be affirmed in February, on 8th February 2026. Very soon after the, therefore, Lord, one of the grounds which my learned senior friend raised on the earlier occasion that there was a delay in approaching this honorable court.
There is no delay.
Yes, Lord. In fact, earlier they approached the authorities of the government. They tried to see to it that their problem is resolved, but ultimately that was not done. And that is how not the petition before this honorable court. Now, Lord, out of the several questions, Lord, which came to be, which are under challenge, Lord, few of them, Lord, I would like to point out before this honorable court because, Lord, I will have to demonstrate before the honorable court that, Lord, what we are saying on the basis of material on record, Lord, our answer is correct. So first is, the Lord, you will find on page 69.
What is this? 69?
Question number, page 68, Lord, question number 45. Page 69, page 68, Lord, question number 45.
That is first disputed question.
Yes, Lord.
Yes.
Lord, the question reads, Lord, that હાલમાં મૂળાક્ષર શીખવવાનો ક્રમ નીચેમાંથી કયો છે? Lord, according to the respondent authorities, as per the final answer, Lord, on page 93. The correct answer is C.
Yes.
That is not G, M, N, J, etc. So it is a case of not the petitioners before this honorable court that not none of the answers which are provided therein are the correct answers, Lord. So
all the options are wrong.
All the options are wrong. But in this regard, page number 124.
Check it again.
Yes.
Page
124.
Yes.
No, it is from the publication Shikshak Sathi. ધોરણ 1-2 અધ્યયન સંપુષ્ટ અને વર્ગ સામગ્રી પ્રશિક્ષણ માર્ગદર્શિકા. Lord, next page. Lord, the typography is also there on record.
125.
જી સાહેબ, 125A. ધોરણ 1ના ભાષા શિક્ષણમાં અધ્યયન કાર્ય કરતી વખતે મૂળાક્ષર પરિચય માટે એકમ 1માં ન મ ગ જ, એકમ 2માં વ ર સ દ, એકમ 3માં સો તેમજ માત્ર અને કાનો એકમ 100 જેવા મૂળાક્ષરની સમજ માટેની. Therefore, ન મ ગ જ would be the correct answer.
How would you say that?
સાહેબ આ ચોપડીમાં આપ્યું છે. There is more material, Lord.
But on what basis you say? Let us read the question.
Yes, sir. Page number 68.
The ક્રમ એટલે ક્રમ માટે શું છે?
એટલે સાહેબ કેવી રીતે પહેલા કયો અક્ષર ભણાવવાનો બાળકોને, એ બાળકોને મૂળાક્ષર શીખવવાનો ક્રમ કયો, એ સવાલ છે સાહેબ. મારું કેવું એવું છે સાહેબ કે આમાંથી એક પણ સાચો સવાલ જવાબ નથી.
સમજી ગયો, પણ તમે કેવી રીતે કહો છો કે આ 125A
જી
મને જવું જોઈએ?
જી.
ન મ ગ
ન
જ.
મ ગ જ. That is not the answer which is provided. Therefore, this was required to be cancelled. Lord. That is the case of the petitioner, and grace marks was required to be awarded to the candidate.
So relying on page 125 you
વિચાર છે
say.
સાહેબ, એ સિવાય પણ છે સાહેબ. પેજ નંબર 126 મેં કાંઈ સીન.
આ શું છે?
આ ક્લાસરૂમમાં એકચ્યુઅલ જે ભણાવે છે સાહેબ એનો ફોટો છે. બટ ધીસ કેન બી ડિસ્પ્યુટેડ કે સાહેબ આ તો this cannot be relied upon. Therefore, there is an additional affidavit which is also filed. Note page number 268.
But Mr. Vyas,
Yes, sir.
how can I say, or you can say that these all the options are incorrect? On what basis this 125A doesn't say that?
સાહેબ 125 માં જે શિક્ષક સાથી એટલે આના આધારે અમારે ભણાવવાનું હોય છે સ્કૂલમાં. એમાં એવું કીધું કે ધોરણ 1ના ભાષા શિક્ષણના અધ્યયન કાર્ય કરતી વખતે મૂળ અક્ષર પરિચય માટે એકમ 1માં
આ પરિચય જેના શીખવવાનું છે, બે ફરક નહીં?
હા હા, એટલા માટે બીજું મટીરિયલ મૂક્યું સાહેબ. પેજ 262 પર જો સાહેબ. Therefore, I say that not ultimately this is required to be taken into consideration by a committee, not by the honorable court. This exercise is required to be done.
And is arguing what Ranvi Jai prohibits. Supreme
No.
Court prohibits.
Exactly. That is why I say. Page 262. એમાં ક્રમ આપેલો છે સાહેબ. ન મ ગ જ વ ર સ દ એક્સેટ્રા એક્સેટ્રા.
262.
જી સાહેબ. ધોરણ 1 શિક્ષક આવૃત્તિ 2026-27 અને રાજ્ય અભ્યાસક્રમ રૂપરેખા પાયાનો તબક્કો 2024 ઉપર લખ્યું છે સાહેબ. આધારિત. પછી સાહેબ નેક્સ્ટ પેજ વિદ્યા પ્રવેશ શાળા તત્પરતા કાર્યક્રમ વિદ્યાર્થી પ્રવૃત્તિ 266 સાહેબ. પછી રાજ્ય અભ્યાસક્રમ રૂપરેખા SCT આધારિત 266 ઉપર છે સાહેબ.
એ તો પેલું છે, કોઈ બુક નો ફોટો છે.
જી સાહેબ. હવે 267 છે સાહેબ આપની પાસે. 267 માં સપ્તાહ 1માં પહેલા દિવસે ફર્સ્ટ વીક થર્ડ ડે કયો શબ્દ શીખવાનો બાળકને? તો ન. એટલે દિવસ પ્રમાણે આપેલી છે રૂપરેખા કે ભાઈ આ મૂળાક્ષર
સપ્તાહ 1 દિવસ 3.
સપ્તાહ 1 દિવસ 3 મૂળાક્ષર ક્યારથી શરૂ કરવાનો? તો ન થી શરૂ કરવાનો. પછી નેક્સ્ટ પેજ લોટ 268.
સાહેબ નીચેનું પણ એકવાર આપ 267 કરો. પ્રવૃત્તિ જોવા પણ વિનંતી.
હા હા
વોટ ઇઝ ધીસ પેજ ફોર? ન
રંગપુર.
એટલે નલકો, નલકામાં કલર ભરવાનો.
નહીં, નહીં, એવું
પ્રવૃત્તિ
નહીં
17
સાહેબ.
ન મૂળાક્ષરની શરૂ થતા.
17 ન મૂળાક્ષર શરૂ થતા ચિત્રોને ઓળખો અને રંગ સો એન્ડ સો માં રંગ પૂરો. એટલે શરૂઆત સાહેબ નથી કરવાની બાળકને ભણાવવાની પહેલા સપ્તાહમાં ત્રીજા દિવસે એટલા સુધી નો અભ્યાસક્રમ આપેલો છે સાહેબ. પછી નેક્સ્ટ પેજ 268 ઉપર પહેલા સપ્તાહમાં 5મા દિવસે એટલે 2 દિવસ પછી મ પ્રવૃત્તિ 39 મ અક્ષરથી શરૂ થતા
268 છે જ નહીં મારી પાસે. સીધું 275 છે પછી.
સાહેબ પેજમાં આડાઅવડા થઈ ગયા લાગે સાહેબ.
ના દાડો નથી થયા.
275 આવે છે તરત જ આપનું પાછળ.
હા.
મારામાં પણ એવું જ મૂક્યું છે સાહેબ. હવે 281 પછી છે સાહેબ.
આવ્યું કંઈક 69 આવ્યું.
268 સાહેબ. મ પછી નેક્સ્ટ પેજ ઉપર સપ્તાહ 1 માં છઠ્ઠા દિવસે ગ દેટ ઇઝ વોટ નોટ ઇઝ પ્રોવાઇડેડ કે મૂળાક્ષર શીખવાનો ક્રમ કેવો આવે તો ન મ ગ જ. જ્યારે આન્સરમાં આપ્યું છે ગ મ ન જ. therefore I say that this is an answer which is prima facie incorrect, my lord. હવે સાહેબ ક ખ ગ ઘ ચ છ જે પહેલા ભણાવતા હતા એવી રીતે નથી ભણાવતા સાહેબ.
અચ્છા.
પછી સાહેબ નેક્સ્ટ જ પછી વ કયા દિવસે કયો શબ્દ શીખવવાનો છે એ સહિત આપેલું છે વ ર સ દ એક્સેટ્રા એક્સેટ્રા.
This is a post introduction of this. આમાં પૂછો છો વ આવતો હોય એવા આર્ટિકલમાં રંગ પૂરો.
યસ યસ
એટલે એમને એ શબ્દ આવડતો હોય કે આ વહાણ છે, વહાણમાં વ આવે છે,
બરોબર.
એટલે એમાં ક્લિયર કરવાનું. એટલે
ઇન્ટ્રોડક્શન થી જ એટલે એટલા માટે પહેલા
ડિફરન્ટ થિંગ. આ ધીસ ઇઝ અ પોસ્ટ ધેટ.
સાહેબ એની આગળ જુઓ સાહેબ. એટલા માટે એને સિક્વન્સ વાઇઝ મૂકેલું હતું સાહેબ. 262 માં ધોરણ 1 ની શિક્ષણ આવૃત્તિ 2026-27 થી 2024 ના અભ્યાસક્રમ પ્રમાણે
પેજ
262. જેમાં આ રીતે છે સાહેબ. ન મ ગ જ વ ર સ દ એટલે પેલા આ રીતે સમજાવવાનું બાળકોને અને પછી પેલું જે કલર પૂરવા વાળું હતું એ નેક્સ્ટ સ્ટેજ આવે. પણ ક્રમ જે છે મૂળાક્ષર શીખવાનો ક્રમ સાહેબ એ જે ક્રમ છે એ ન મ ગ જ થી શરૂ થાય સાહેબ.
what is that logic?
એ લોકો એટલે તો the authorities of the government decide from time to time.
Exactly, let them decide.
પણ એ અત્યારે અમને સવાલ જે પૂછ્યો હતો એ વખતે આ જ ચાલતું હતું સાહેબ. અમે એમ કહીએ છીએ પહેલા આ હતું એ વાત સાચી સાહેબ ગ મ ન જ. પણ આ વખતે જ્યારે પરીક્ષા થઈ એ વખતે 24-25 નો અભ્યાસક્રમ જે હતો એમાં સાહેબ મૂળાક્ષર શીખવાનો ક્રમ ન મ ગ જ વાળો હતો સાહેબ. therefore this answer which is provided by them is incorrect answer. એટલે આમાંથી એક પણ આન્સર કરેક્ટ આન્સર નથી. એટલા માટે રદ થવો જોઈએ સાહેબ. એવા 3 એમને કેન્સલ પણ કરેલા છે સાહેબ અને એના ગ્રેસ માર્ક્સ કેન્ડિડેટને આપેલા પણ છે.
Which are those spaces you relied upon?
Yes. Note page number 124, 125. Then 262 onwards, my lord. Two 262 થી સાહેબ 267 સુધી.
ક્વેશ્ચન 45 રદ થવો જોઈએ.
જી સાહેબ.
And grace mark.
પ્લીઝ લો.
All right, so next question. Which is the next one?
યસ લોર્ડ.
Good afternoon.
એ થઈ ગયો.
Which is question 143, page 86.
પેજ નંબર 86.
Page 86. Question.
Yes, question 148.
Yes.
ગુજરાત શૈક્ષણિક સંશોધન અને તાલીમ પરિષદ GCLT ગાંધીનગર દ્વારા વર્ષ 2025 માં યોજવામાં આવેલ ગણિત વિજ્ઞાન પ્રદર્શનનો મુખ્ય વિષય કયો રાખવામાં આવેલ છે? 4 answers are given. Answer C is given as the correct answer. Step
Just a second. FA की क्या है पेज नंबर?
Yes, ma'am. Final answer key is on page 93.
આ 148 નું क्या છે?
Page 93 પર સર. Question number 148.
148.
The answer correct answer આપ્યો છે સાહેબ.
આન્સર 148 C આપ્યો છે.
જી.
ને તમારા પ્રમાણે શું છે હવે?
એટલે અમારું કેવું એવું છે સાહેબ કે આ ક્વેશ્ચન ની અંદર there was a typographical error.
Typographical error in a question or
In the answer C. Step for વિકસિત and આત્મનિર્ભર ભારત કયું છે સાહેબ?
typographical error છે.
સાહેબ એ જે આન્સર સી કીધો એમાં સ્ટેપ ફોર વિકસિત અને આત્મનિર્ભર ભારત એવો આન્સર લખ્યો છે સાહેબ. જે એકચ્યુઅલી છે ઇટ ઇઝ સ્ટેમ STEM સ્ટેમ ફોર વિકસિત એન્ડ આત્મનિર્ભર ભારત.
એટલે ઓપ્શન બરાબર છે સી બરાબર પણ હવે સી માં
ટાઇપોગ્રાફિકલ એરર છે સાહેબ સી માં અને ટાઇપોગ્રાફિકલ એરરના કારણે એ લોકોએ પ્રશ્ન કેન્સલ કરેલો છે એવા દાખલા છે સાહેબ.
None of the options are.
again and grace mark to be given.
Because actually the correct answer would not be step for Viksit Bharat. Therefore, on account of this typographical error, Lord,
It has to be stamped.
it has to be STEM. There would not be any dispute from the other side, I believe so, Lord. Even otherwise, the material on record is placed. ને સાહેબ આ જે સવાલો છે લોર્ડ એ સવાલો પ્રૂફ રીડિંગ ને એ બધું થતું હોય છે. In spite of that, Lord, there should not have been any such mistakes, my Lord. Lord, ultimately they are, Lord, dealing with the candidates who are, Lord, trying to get employment, appearing and clearing this examination. Sir, પહેલો જ જોઈએ page 60 ઉપર સાહેબ.
Page
60, question number 1 itself, Lord. તો ખાલી બતાવું છું સાહેબ કે પહેલા જ સવાલમાં ભૂલ કેવી રીતે હોઈ શકે સાહેબ?
એ તો છેલ્લામાં હોય તો પહેલામાં હોય ભૂલ તો ભૂલ છે.
પહેલા કશું જોવાનું જ નહીં સાહેબ એમ.
પહેલો બોલો.
વૃદ્ધિના પરિણામે પ્રાપ્ત થતું સામર્થ્ય એ વિકાસ છે. વિકાસની આ વ્યાખ્યાને સમજાવતું ઉદાહરણ કયું છે? ABCD આન્સર આપ્યા સાહેબ. અને બી માં કીધું કે સ્નાયુની વૃદ્ધિ થતા બાળક સાયકલની બ્રેક મારતા શીખે છે ક્વેશ્ચન માર્ક. તો એ આન્સર છે કે એ ક્વેશ્ચન
એટલે ક્વેશ્ચન માં ખોટું થઈ ગયું.
એક્ઝેક્ટલી સર. એટલે આટલું પણ જોતા નથી.
I believe this was never objected also by.
ના ના.
I leave it to my friends to argue.
All right. Now you concentrate on your
Please.
disputed question.
My lord, P209, my lord, the material in support to prove, say that, my lord, this
It has to be stamped.
it has to be stamped.
But it is not disputed, then why are you showing?
Please.
It is a typographical error.
Please.
Are you disputing that? All right.
Question.
Another question.
Page 81, my lord.
Question 120.
Question number 120, my lord.
Yes. As per FAK
It is માપન.
120.
ઓપ્શન સી. ધોરણ 1 આનંદદાયી ગણિતમાં લીલાની પરિવાર મથાળા હેઠળ પ્રકરણ 9 આપવામાં આવેલ છે. આ પ્રકરણ થકી ધોરણ 1 ના વિદ્યાર્થીઓને કઈ સંકલ્પના શીખવવા માટેનો વિષય વસ્તુ આપેલ છે? In fact, it should be પ્રકરણ 7. There also there would not be any dispute by the other side, Lord.
So there is a typography error in question.
હા, ક્વેશ્ચન માં પ્રકરણ 9 ની જગ્યાએ પ્રકરણ 7 હોવું જોઈએ સાહેબ. પ્રકરણ 7 ની વાત કરીએ સાહેબ, તો આમાંથી એક પણ આન્સર સાચો ના હોય.
પ્રકરણ 9 ની જગ્યાએ
7 લખાઈ ગયું છે ભૂલથી એમનાથી.
7 ક્યાં લખ્યું છે?
9 લખ્યું છે, 7 હોવું જોઈએ સાહેબ.
ગુજરાતીમાં 7 હોવું જોઈએ.
જી સાહેબ.
There is mistake in all the subjects, all the mediums.
Yes.
Therefore, this is also an example of typographical error, which would ultimately lead to none of the questions being the correct answers, Lord. Then, Lord, one question on page 62 to question number 18. શ્રીમદ ભગવદ ગીતાનું પ્રધાન વાક્ય અહમ બ્રહ્માસ્મિ શું સૂચવે છે? Lord, I have placed on record material to demonstrate that so far as not the
As per FAK, what is the correct answer?
Yes, મનુષ્યની સમાનતા. A is the answer, correct answer, which is given by them.
And according to you?
અમે એવું કહીએ છીએ સાહેબ કે આ પ્રધાન વાક્ય અહમ બ્રહ્માસ્મિ શ્રીમદ ભગવદ ગીતાનું છે જ નહીં સાહેબ. પેજ 131 સાહેબ. એ ઉપનિષદમાંથી આવે સાહેબ, અને બૃહદારણ્ય કોશ નિષદ. બીજા બીજા ક્વેશ્ચન્સ પણ મૂકેલા છે સાહેબ. પહેલા તો કયું હતું? 131 મેં બતાવ્યું ને સાહેબ.
તમે 131 નથી બતાવ્યું.
જી.
Question 131
નહીં નહીં, ક્વેશ્ચન નહીં સાહેબ, મટીરિયલ
for question 18.
ફોર ક્વેશ્ચન 18.
What is this?
આ એવું બતાવવા માટે સાહેબ કે આ જે વાક્ય છે that is that would be found in the Upanishad, that is Brihadaranya Upanishad.
Where are you reading from?
131 ઉપર છે સાહેબ. એમાં સાહેબ 133 ઉપર બ્રહ્મા વ ઈદમગ્ન આસિદત્તા સ્વયંસો અહમ બ્રહ્માસ્મિતિ સંસ્કૃતમાં લખેલું છે સાહેબ. બીજા ક્વેશ્ચન્સ પણ મૂક્યા છે સાહેબ મેં ફ્રોમ
133 માં છે ને અહમ બ્રહ્માસ્મિતિ લખ્યું છે
છે સાહેબ. અને
Upanishad.
બીજો ક્વેશ્ચન પેપર મૂકે છે 292 ઉપર સાહેબ, જેના ઉપરથી પણ પેજ 293 બ્લોક.
યસ.
હિસ્ટ્રીના ક્વેશ્ચનમાં પૂછાયો તો સાહેબ
આ
293.
કઈ એક્ઝામ બીજી એક્ઝામ પૂછાલો?
બીજી એક્ઝામમાં પૂછાયેલું છે સાહેબ.
કોને પૂછ્યો છે? કઈ એક્ઝામ કોનું એક્ઝામ પેપર?
આ છે સાહેબ સબ્જેક્ટ છે હિસ્ટ્રી.
મેચ ધ ફોલોઈંગ 148.
148 સુમેલિત કીજીએ. એમાં ઉપનિષદ અને પ્રસિદ્ધ સ્તુતિ. એમાં બૃહદારણ્ય ની સામે આવે છે અહમ બ્રહ્માસ્મિ, અને એનો કરેક્ટ આન્સર છે સાહેબ પેજ 1 ક્વેશ્ચન 148 નો 3. એટલે 1, 2, 3 and 4 is the correct. સામે સાહેબ. એકનો ઓપ્શન 1, A નો ઓપ્શન 1, B નો 2, C નો 3, D નો 4. That is the correct sequence. That is answer 3. સાહેબ એનો આન્સર કી પણ મૂકેલી છે. એટલે બૃહદારણ્યકમાં નું જે પ્રસિદ્ધ સ્તુતિ છે એ અહમ બ્રહ્માસ્મિ છે એવું બતાવવા માટે છે.
યસ.
Then look at 68.
Page
68.
Yes.
42.
Question number 42.
ગદ્યાંશના મધ્યવર્તી વિચારને સૌથી વધારે અનુરૂપ વિધાન કયું છે? એ ગદ્યાંશ is given on the earlier page 67.
No, this 42.
હા સાહેબ.
હવે FAQ પ્રમાણે શું ઓપ્શન છે?
D.
According to you?
According to us, Lord, even 1 is correct, 2 is correct. તો સાહેબ પેજ 67 ઉપર જુઓ સાહેબ.
67
ગદ્યાંશ આપેલો છે સાહેબ. સાચી મૈત્રી આશીર્વાદ રૂપ છે. સાચો મિત્ર હંમેશા સાથીદાર છે. આપણા સુખ દુઃખમાં તે ભાગીદાર બને છે, આપણને સાચા રસ્તે દોરે છે, આપણી સારી વસ્તુઓને કે આપણા ગુણોને તે વખાણે છે અને આપણી અવળી બાજુનો નિર્દેશ કરી આપણને તેનાથી દૂર રાખવા શિખામણ આપે છે, આપણને અવળે રસ્તે જતા અટકાવે છે, વિકટ પ્રશ્નમાં તે આપણને સાચી અને યોગ્ય સલાહ આપે છે. આપણા જીવનમાં તે ઓતપ્રોત થઈ જાય છે અને તે રીતે સાચો મિત્ર એક વિશુદ્ધ અરીસાનું કામ કરે છે, આપણું સાચું પ્રતિબિંબ પાડે છે. તદુપરાંત જો પ્રતિબિંબ વિકૃત હોય તો તેને સુંદર બનાવવા મતે છે. મૈત્રીમાં સ્વાર્થ ભાવના ન હોય. સાચા મિત્ર પાસેથી કંઈ પણ લેવાની વૃત્તિ અરગીજ ન હોવી જોઈએ, બલકે પાસે હોય તે આપવાની વૃત્તિ હોવી જોઈએ. ત્યાગ ભાવના વિનાની મૈત્રી લાંબો સમય ટકી શકતી નથી. આ ગદ્યાંશ છે સાહેબ. એનો મધ્યવર્તી વિચારને સૌથી વધારે અનુરૂપ વિધાન કયું છે? આ તો સાહેબ કવિતા છે. મૈત્રી ભાવનું પવિત્ર જણું અમંતરમાં વયા કરે એવી એક કવિતા આવતી હતી સાહેબ. This cannot be said to be the central Lord idea of the
તો તમારા હિસાબે કહું
A.
મિત્ર સુખમાં પાછળ અને દુઃખમાં આગળ હોય
J.
એવું તો લાગતું નથી આ ગદ્યાંશ વાંચતા.
એટલે આ ડી પણ નથી લાગતું એટલા માટે બીજું એ પણ કીધું છે કે કાં તો કેન્સલ થવો જોઈએ સાહેબ એ આન્સર પણ. It does not make out any sense, Lord. મિત્ર ભાવનું પવિત્ર જણું અમંતરમાં વયા કરે.
એવું લાગે છે ખરું.
Wait, Peter. The philosopher in me believes he is correct.
Mainly it is about, reflection, opinions.
Yes, exactly. પણ એટલે સાહેબ એનાથી મિત્ર ભાવનું પવિત્ર જણું અંતરમાં વયા કરે એ
Conscious.
લોજિકલ નથી લાગતું સાહેબ એમ.
This is we'll have to decide under Article 226.
ના એટલા માટે જો કહું છું સાહેબ એટલા માટે અમે પહેલા જ સજેશન કર્યું કે સાહેબ આ બધું આપણે not the honorable court will not be in a position to decide. There are judgments to the effect that the honorable court.
Mr. Vyas,
Please.
your suggestion probably I don't think could have accepted, but ultimately when we are this entire huge recruitment is at stake,
Please, bro.
there has to be some deviation in relief also. Ultimately, ultimately, that is also not even said to no to you. But if first step you people shown such a reluctance that nahi amar ta aaj જોઈએ જ નહીં.
ના ના એવું નહીં.
So then ultimately it is all about we can after deliberation going into detail we can even order probably for setting up a new committee or anything.
And
After if I feel that, but for that if you say that हमने figure भी कर दो हमने committee भी appoint करी आपको, that means that you don't want your safeguards but you want just to stall anything.
ના ના એવું નહીં.
That is the impression I carry, to be very honest with you. That is the impression I carry. Everything you say no, everywhere you have to become adamant. No, we are supposed to be figured in the merit list, committees to be set up, then it amounts to you stalling and at that process.
Lord, the suggestion is that Lord, if this committee is constituted and Lord in time bound period Lord the report is.
Any time bound period, but look at the apathy of the state.
પણ સાહેબ એટલા માટે મેં
And I am trying to find out some balance. Last occasion, then this was my suggestion to them. You people at that time were a bit agreeable to this. Now, passage of time, you came with the new solutions and the equations.
in that case I will leave it to the answer.
Not leave it to me. Ultimately, there is some fine balance to be done.
Yes.
Ultimately, I don't say that you can try your luck in the next recruitment. Your seats are reserved here in this recruitment also.
Please.
But everything, not let us huge process is there. I can understand if 50 students or 50 candidates to be appointed.
Please.
And we are on the verge of this academic start. So you can take a call. This otherwise I'm hearing. We'll hear till up to 10 o'clock, whatever.
I will go by what is falling from.
You take sense, other colleagues also.
Please, finance. It can be kept on Monday then. We'll just discuss. I'll just also have a word with Mr. Vyas. Or my lords, just understand what is falling
સાહેબ
from the
the only
honorable
request
court.
Lord, if it appears last ફરીથી એક વખત કહું સાહેબ કે સાહેબ આમાંથી 2-5 બી સુધરશે. Most of them will be in Lords. Therefore, Lord,
Why Bepach, be optimistic. We can
And
go for up to maximum. But today, see, when we are at last to decide the entire matters,
please, Lord.
we are finding a solution to have some equitable balance.
Please.
As such, there is no stay against them. They could have proceeded against that.
Certainly.
But ultimately, when they have also not proceeded against, they are waiting for the outcome to come. Then let us go in a detail. But ultimately, then no stalling of any proceedings. I think this was the પેલું proposal મને તો prima facie appealable લાગ્યું હતું. હવે તમે લોકો ના પાડો છો So we are hearing the matter. No difficulty. We'll decide it matter. That's not an issue. We'll take up to the night. I'm open to do it. And these are the appointments cannot be, this entire process will not be over within 10 days or 15 days. And I don't say that we'll keep this in the next week.
No difficulty.
Special civil applications, all dates of petitions. The questions are more or less similar.
Yes.
Yes,
let us
yes.
see.
The batch of petitions. By this batch of petitions, various petitioners from almost all the categories are before this court, challenging the final answer key with respect to TET Tech 1 examination that was held on
21/12/2025.
21/12/2025 for the Gujarati, Hindi and English medium.
Please,
Yeah.
my lord.
The sum and substance of the grievance of all the petitioners are with regard to questions ranging from 18 to 20 in numbers on various grounds. Full stop. Next. Considering the fact that the recruitment drive for 11,000 posts of Vidya Sahayak you call?
Yes.
Vidya Sahayak in primary section
Lordship.
from into bracket 1 to 5 standard is thereby in question. And because pendency of this petition, state candidly thought it fit not to undertake recruitment till the outcome of these petitions. However, because of the dire and imminent urgency on the part of the state, the learned government leader Mr. Gurushan Virk at the outset came with the proposal. Stop. Mr. Virk, the learned government leader, stated that considering all the petitioners of entire batch of petitions are in number 774, ranging between various categories. The table thereof is produced. Full stop. Mr. Virk suggested that let this 774 post be kept pending, vacant. And if the court permits the state to go on with the recruitment process for the rest of the candidates. We'll stop. Next. Keeping in mind the proposal and not proposal, suggestion of the Governor Peter Mr. Wilk, as well as considering the urgency and importance of recruitment of primary teachers, more particularly because of the positive time the petitions are not be able to be decided, the following order is thereby required to be passed. Next. During the pendency of this petition, there shall be the state shall keep 774 posts with regard to the aforesaid, with regard to different categories as stated above, vacant till the present petition is decided, till the batch of these petitions are decided. Pendency of this petition, state candidly thought it fit not to undertake recruitment till the outcome of these petitions. However, because of the dire and imminent urgency on the part of the state, the learned government leader Mr. Gurushan Virk at the outset came with the proposal. Stop. Mr. Virk, the learned government leader, stated that considering all the petitioners of entire batch of petitions are in number 774, ranging between various categories. The table thereof is produced. Full stop. Mr. Virk suggested that let this 774 post be kept pending, vacant, and if the court permits the state to go on with the recruitment process for the rest of the candidates. We'll stop. Next. Keeping in mind the proposal and not proposal, suggestion of the Governor Peter Mr. Wilk, as well as considering the urgency and importance of recruitment of primary teachers, more particularly because of the positive time the petitions are not be able to be decided, the following order is thereby required to be passed. Next. During the pendency of this petition, there shall be the state shall keep 774 post with regard to the aforesaid, with regard to different categories as stated above, vacant till the present petition is decided, till the batch of these petitions are decided. For the rest of the seats, not seats, post, the state is permitted to fill up in accordance with law. Full stop. List this matter for further consideration on આપણે
It would be subject to this petition.
13મી કે 14મી કોઈ રાખી મેડમ?
13મી તારીખે એક આવી રહી છે સાહેબ.
તો 14મી રાખો. 13મી કઈ આવે છે?
એક છૂટી પડી ગયેલી છે સાહેબ અમારી.
અચ્છા આની જ છે.
આની.
ના હું તો આ મેટર રાખવા માટેની બીજી કોઈ ડેટ નથી નહીં ને એટલે શું બતાવો.
Withdraw કરવી છે આટલા લોકોને. They are past candidates and they want to withdraw.
કઈ વાંધો નહીં હવે અત્યારે. આટલી ઓછી સીટ થઈ જશે.
એટલે સાહેબ lordship ને only
રાખો અત્યારે.
No, my lords, because otherwise their seats would be reserved. So they can participate, my lords, if they don't want to pursue the matter. To that extent, they don't want to pursue the matter, my lords.
પાસ થયેલા હશે તો ચિંતા ના કરે અમે lordships में से
और एक सेकंड पहला 14th
lordship
હવે તમારી આ મેટરો છે એ આ કયા પિટિશનર કઈ મેટરના છે?
Past candidates છે SCA 3213. મેં ઉપર serial number લખ્યો છે અને SCA number લખ્યો છે.
કેટલા
ઘણા લાગે છે.
113.
lordships may allow me to factor that, subtract that from 744, that's all.
નહીં પણ અચ્છા નહીં આ નહીં આ કયા કેટેગરીના છે?
Past
નો
candidate.
ના પણ કઈ કેટેગરી?
My lords, it would be different
એટલે
category.
જ રહેવા દો ને અત્યારે.
But,
આમે બી શોર્ટ જ છે.
but my lords, they don't want to pursue. They have already given me instructions. Last occasion also I requested and my lord said.
But then you will have to come with that category. So અહીંયાથી પ્રમાણે ઓછું થાય ને મારે.
સાહેબ એક બીજી મેટર બાકી છે કે જેમના કદાચ તમે ગણાયેલા ના હોય.
हाँ तो
Coming up
past
30.
candidates अगर
Deadline
affect
છે.
न થવાના હોય તો at least past candidates ની Monday ના રાખે. I will give the category.
Sir, let me assure my friend, we will see to lordships may not record it also. She will have the outcome of this grievance by next Friday. We will see to it that whoever has passed will enjoy the benefits of them passing. Let my friend not worry.
Yes.
I am here before
To
your
that
lordship.
extent the seats may not be reserved. Let them pass.
એની
हाँ,
ચિંતા રાજ્ય સરકારને કરવા દો.
તમે તમારા કેન્ડિડેટ સે પ્રોબ્લેમ નહીં થાય.
please my lord.
Who is here?
Well, the Secretary State Examination Board is here.
All right.
In very responsible office.
All right. Take care.
I am before your lordship. Ultimately, it is my owner's my lordship.
પાછું અત્યારે આપી.
Well, it's just to point out that I'm led by Mr. Butch. Over there, the contention is different, but I form part of the 774. Just to point out to my lord.
For the timing
Please,
ratio.
my lord had recorded that it is all arise out of the same contention. It may not come in my way. That's it. That's it.
Little bit additions will come.
Please, minutes.
We are obliged to you. We are grateful for
I'm obliged.
continuing to take up
Please not. But we are obliged.
immensely.